Hello, welcome to Women's World Workshop. Today here, Irmina and my guest, Jansu, we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship. We're going to be talking about work and life balance, how to set priorities and boundaries as a woman, the role of femininity in leadership, challenges, opportunities, the effects of imposter syndrome, perfectionism, and much more. Thank you. Hello, welcome to Women's World Podcast. Today it's Irmina here together with my guest, Jansu. Right? Did I spell it right?
Yeah,
okay.
Was right.
All right.
Almost.
Yes. Jansu, I know you from my dance class, and I was very inspired by her work because she's a real business lady. She has achieved already a lot for your age, I would say, and you're working hard. You are a real entrepreneur, and she quit her job to work full-time in network marketing. That's
Exactly.
great. Yes. Could you tell a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so for those who doesn't know me, I'm Jansu. I'm 31 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Turkish background, but I'm born and raised here in Belgium.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, I started my online business just as a hobby during the pandemic, actually. I was at that time working for a traditional job. And yeah, during the pandemic, you start to think like something extra what I can do beside my job, and yeah,
Online.
it was, online, exactly.
But you're very good with content creation, right?
I try to.
Yeah. And your face, she's just so pretty. She's made to be influencer or something like this.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
very
my
nice.
darling.
I love it.
So circumstances changed. I got fired due to the pandemic, actually, and then I started to think like, Jansu, working for a boss,
Yeah.
wasn't giving me the financial security that I was looking for at that time.
Yeah.
So I got a bit emotional, but then
And scared, bro.
I was so scared,
Yeah.
But before I was also partially unemployed, and I already started to think like, what can I do something extra, But there was not enough confidence by that time, and I'm like, I can identify myself in the past as an introvert.
Okay.
So doing something out of my comfort zone was like, whoa,
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, but then you also came to the dance class and you
so
brought some friends, and at that moment I really felt like we have a click. Exactly, when you came with your girlfriends to my class, I just felt such a click, and I felt so much glowing feminine energy that I thought, whoa, yeah, she's a hardworking woman too. And you can manage it all, right?
Thank you. Because I saw your page, I was like, oh my God, I need this in my life.
yeah, of course.
And I'm telling also my friends, like, come with me, please.
Yeah.
It's like, woman empowerment all together, doing some dance. It's more like connecting with your soul, with your body.
Yeah.
And I think
And you already finished the story about yourself, and you want to add something? Yeah.
Yes. So
sorry, I interrupted.
3 years later, I have a community of my organization counts 5,000 people. Most of them are women who regularly reorder. So we work with health and well-being products, like it's collagen. We have stress relief products. We have nootropics for the brain functions, but we have also like superfood system for some weight loss and performance packages, etc.
Yeah.
So I started to help people. Before I was like just a hobby, and then the hobby turned into my passion, into my full-time business.
Yeah.
So I create time freedom and location freedom, financial freedom for others, but I also work B2B with beauty professionals, hairdressers, fitness owners, with a simple e-commerce system actually to leverage our time.
All right. Yeah. Nice. Sounds nice. Yeah, that's very inspiring. She's a full-time creator, actually.
Yeah.
Creator and communicator, and you can call it in many ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
But indeed, so I was curious. I have these questions and bullet points that I wrote down, and also we got a question on social media, which we will get to.
Okay.
But one of the first points was work-life balance. That's important for me. Of course, I can also give tips on that, but I wanted to, from another perspective, to hear it from another woman, and you're a good example. So which strategies for success and finding fulfillment in both personal and professional woman's life would you advise? Because, sorry. So what I
can't wait to answer.
So what I pointed out, and I want you to cover, if you can, setting priorities. Yeah, because I think that's important. First of all, if you are in business, time management, I'm bad with it. Setting boundaries. We're getting there, I think. Mindfulness and stress management, which is very important. Keep learning things, right? And celebrating the achievements. How you could comment on all of that?
Finding the right balance between work and life is a journey many of us embark on. For me as a woman, but actually for everyone, it's essential to prioritize self-care and fulfillment. That's step one. Fulfillment, I mean, like, how do you contribute to others? Is it with kindness? Not like being attached to the outcome of the person in front of you, but how do you feel when you show kindness to others, or being empathic? What's your purpose in life? What are your goals? These were the questions that I was questioning myself at the very first beginning, before I started actually on this journey. But also sense of gratitude. Are you literally grateful for every little shift that's happening into your life, even during the day? Maybe things are shifting into your favor for the larger outcome, but we are not like busy with these small things, little things that are actually.
And could you give an example of that?
Yeah, for example, like little things like we are not present, and me sometimes also, that's actually by exercising it, we are not in the moment. We are not present, and therefore we have no sense of being fulfilled. You know what I mean?
It's like, but you also went even to Mexico and stuff alone, just to learn mindfulness and stress management. That's a good tip. Just be in solitude and do something on your own.
Exactly.
Travel
I did solo travel first time, and the first one was Mexico. I was so scared, but I was like,
and how did it go?
I was so very well. I was middle in the jungle.
You were at peace?
Oh my God, yes. In the nature, in the jungle. And there was like, it was actually, we had it was a camp. I stayed in a, how do you say, in a camp, just with one bed, a lot of mosquitoes.
Okay.
But I stand up very early for yoga, for healing sounds, because I had blockades, like my throat chakra. Speaking up for myself 3 years ago was
and setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries. Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because,
are you also tending to say yes too much?
Yeah, before, because I was always saying yes, 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 and always saying no to myself. By the time I started to say yes to myself and no to others and yes to myself, then I created that safe space for myself, And I just surrounded myself with people who just respect my boundaries. So setting clear boundaries profoundly impacted my life. Like, for example, know when it's time to step away from work and just focus on personal life. Because actually we should work harder on ourselves than we do on our job.
Yeah, because you need to collect that energy and recharge.
Exactly.
To be productive and to be
such a powerful mantra, because that emphasizes the importance of self-development, a continuous self-improvement. So learn to say no when needed to avoid overwhelming yourself.
Right. So that would be your tip for balance.
Exactly.
Invest in yourself.
Top tier.
Invest in yourself.
So then we start. If we don't overcommit things like commitments, requests, obligations that are not in alignment with our values and goals in life, then we will have that fulfillment. And that's the first self-care you can
ever need.
Yeah, that you ever need. Exactly.
Okay. Nice. Maybe we can come back to this question that I received today, and that was about finding confidence in your work life and in yourself as a woman while being entrepreneur. How do you find confidence in that? Do you doubt yourself a lot?
Yeah,
that's normal.
It's normal. I have that self-doubt sometimes. And
how do you feel inspired again and confident?
I I have my mentor and I take
Okay.
some courses. For example, for my network marketing part, for the business part, I work with Fraser Brooks. He's a very successful guy in network marketing. He gives me tips around social media because sometimes we're also doubting to use social media and
Okay.
to speak. And even today, I cannot speak in front of camera on my social media. So I take some courses around that, how to create
Public
content,
speaking.
public speaking. And beside that, I work with a business and relationship coach. It's actually a couple. And we have one-on-one classes, sometimes in a group also, but that really helps for me. It's mentorship. And besides that, I have also my main mentors. I have a lot of mentor classes that I like. It's a very successful woman also in the same business, and we have every week our calls. And sometimes I have my moments of weaknesses, and that's normal. We are like all human, and healing and
It's a process.
and personal growth, it's like an ongoing process, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's
Sometimes
like
I wonder when it will stop because you. How old are you now?
31.
31. Yeah, so with the same age, and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm growing even on a more intense tempo than before. And I'm like, when does it stop? Never. You
No,
keep
never.
growing. You keep growing.
It's
Yeah,
it's a
nice.
continuous journey of learning.
So you would suggest, like, for confidence to get a mentor, or
No, not so. Yeah, you can do like also maybe challenge yourself a bit. It's important to challenge yourself, even if you're like someone who can't do things out of their comfort zone. And I
get
was
out of
one of
comfort
them.
zone? Get out of comfort zone.
I was one of them. I literally 3 years ago, my life was completely different. I was someone who was like, okay, working 9 to 5. I came home, I watched TV, reading books or mindfulness or other things. No, I was just like living day by day. I will see.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, I was starting to feel unhappy. There was
Yeah.
something missing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I needed that self-confidence. And you do it by just daily changing your daily habits, like eat good food, move your body, break down larger goals into smaller steps. These kind of
Right.
things.
To-do plan every day.
And if you don't have a mentor, talk with the people who you love or your friends.
Yeah.
To feel that fulfillment again, or
Okay.
celebrate wins, celebrate small wins.
Yeah.
I never did that before. It was like,
yeah, that was also one of my points.
Yeah.
Celebrate achievements. It's not like oh, okay, I achieved everything and I don't need to work anymore, or like put any effort anymore, but it's more like being grateful.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
realizing you're making steps. Yeah.
Exactly, because then you will overcome some feelings like self-doubt, and it will never disappear, self-doubt, or that little voice who's telling you like.
And how do you celebrate it?
Yeah, small things, like sometimes if there is no one around me, I'm like, oh, I'm like,
just tapping.
good job.
Good job.
Because no one
Give
will,
yourself a hug.
Yeah, no one will do that every day for you. Like, you did a great job. I'm like, you did a great job, dude.
Yeah.
So these
why
types
not?
of things.
All right. I think that's nice. What else did I point out? The role of femininity in work life. I read this in a psychology book about femininity, that even there was a study made that when there is a successful mother in school, for example, your child is going to a third grade or whatever, and you're going to a meeting, parenting meeting, what the teachers say to the mothers, successful business mothers, is really rude sometimes, and it happens often. Apparently, things like, you don't take care of your child good enough because you're too busy doing your thing. But oh, ouch.
Oh, it's hurting.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's.
Do you want to have children?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. You're gonna manage it?
Depends, because it's also like balance, finding balance between work and life. It's like juggling between work and life, it's very hard sometimes, and especially
because now you work full time
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
balancing responsibilities. I think for the family, for a woman with children, for example, the family expects her to be a mother, a wife, while the business requires her to be a leader and show commitment and be fully present.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that can be challenging sometimes
Yeah,
for a woman. And sometimes I'm thinking like, can I do that? Can I do this?
Yeah.
Can I take that responsibility? Because even now I'm so busy.
Yeah.
That I think like,
Yeah.
whoa, respect. Literally, I'm respecting my mom too.
Yeah.
Like, what
I don't
she
know how
did.
they did our
Yeah.
parents sometimes with
Yeah.
5 kids, or you have also so many siblings, I think.
No, I have one brother, but
Oh,
like
one.
my grandmother has 5 kids,
Yeah.
and it's like, wow.
Yeah, but back in the day, women didn't have to work, so that
Yeah.
was a different time.
My mom did work, and she came home very tired, even no space for personal time actually. So
Yeah.
like coming home, groceries, laundry, cooking.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I'm very grateful I have that space for myself.
Exactly.
Actually.
Yeah, you need to really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't have kids, but you should also embrace that moment.
Yeah.
And I think we're also pretty lucky to have co-parenting. I wouldn't give it up, to be honest. Sometimes I think about maybe a second one, and the pressure, the society is really pressuring, especially my mom and dad. And like all the time, when is the time for the second one? You're getting old. What are you thinking? And blah, blah, blah. You're a good mother. And that's nice. It's nice to know you can be a good mother. But 24/7, the kids in a house, that changes everything. And I'm not saying it's impossible, because you see a lot of women who are successful even with the kids. But it's going to be more challenging. Yeah. It's going to be more heavy. You need a nanny. You need to have a good time management.
Exactly. And also, you need a good partner for that. You need literally an understanding partner.
Have good agreements with the partner.
Exactly. Because in our tradition, it's a bit hard to find if the man wants a children, it's like, okay, he wants children.
How is in your culture in Turkey? Do they?
Yeah, you're married to have children.
Okay.
So that's the.
But the men also take big part of family tasks. Like, do they take care of the children?
Before it was like that, but nowadays there's big shifts in a positive way. Also, men like helps a woman in householding tasks. So that's a good thing. So I want children, but if my partner is the one who will help me also, who will like understand me and also show respect for my job, actually. But it requires sometimes also traveling.
Yeah.
Because my dream is to expand this business globally. And if I need to travel to the United States or somewhere else, because, for example, I got a maid to the United States, and if I have a boyfriend or a partner who is telling me like, you're always traveling, and no, it will not work.
Yeah.
It will not work with children.
You travel a lot now for your work.
Yeah, for events, for other things.
Cool.
Yeah, so
nice. Yeah, and with the child, especially the first year or years, you can be separated from your child so much as you are right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People also sometimes have old-fashioned ideas about women in business. Because we all have the same qualifications and skills as our male counterparts.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask about dealing with hate, because there's a we had this funny discussion with my boyfriend. He says like, oh, this is a feministic bullshit, but it's not a feministic bullshit. There was some women, me not personally, but some women really have this ego to prove themselves of being worthy and being as equal as a man, because there's even saying, oh, a woman is driving, or oh, it's a woman. A woman can do that, can do shit, can be a leader, can be CEO. And I think that pushed our asses to go to just try and prove, here we are, we can. Exactly. But it's not because we are feministic. I couldn't live without a man. I love a man. I want to be nurtured and I want to be taken care of. But let me be a boss babe. Yeah. Let me just be.
Exactly. Like,
how do you deal with the hate? Do you feel the pressure of your family or some men who say, Oh, you're a girl. You're a woman.
My dad at the beginning, I love my dad, by the way. He's always supporting
Yeah,
me.
of
He's
course.
always there for me. But he was like, get yourself a real job.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And I'm like there because it was at the very beginning. He doesn't say that now because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
seeing
of
like
course.
there's,
He was
you
probably
know.
also worried about.
And I was already insecure. I was like self-doubting. And then you tell me like, get yourself a real job. And my
Yeah.
grandmom also, because I love my grandma, we always hang on the phone together on FaceTime. It's like, come on, girl, get yourself a real job.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you see yourself thinking about a real job. Maybe I should go back to my real job and do this. But no, at that point, you really need that strength and believe in yourself.
Yeah.
So that's the old-fashioned idea of our parents because they also didn't know anything better
Yeah,
before,
they didn't
you know.
They didn't think that
Yeah.
networking marketing could even grow so much and actually be really successful.
Yeah, but I was also thinking like that because I
Yeah.
just started
So
as
why
a
did you
hobby and I
start?
was like
Oh, okay.
looking and then there was
you
became
saw
a
the results?
team and this team made a team and I was like, whoa,
Okay.
that's rolling here because I literally notice people need, and especially in Belgium, they need a community.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
that's
you
true.
do with Women Workshop.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you're doing. It's
Thank
like
you.
you bring women together and you see
Yeah.
like the woman needs that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited. Actually, the next edition, the 5th edition, this Sunday, it's oversold. Normally, I was planning to only sell 20 tickets,
Yeah.
but I sold 24 because there's some girls were really begging for it. And I was like, oh my God, it's crazy to know that so many people, so many women just want
Yeah.
to work on themselves and get united together.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
My friends will
awesome.
go.
Ah, yeah?
I told them,
Yeah.
girl, you need that. You have
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
because they are struggling sometimes in their private life and
Yeah.
they're like getting uncomfortable with their self, with their body, adopting. I'm like, you should go to her class
Thank you.
for sure.
Yeah, the next one is the 5th of May. Advertisement a little bit here. 5th of May. Tickets are online. You can go to the website, by the way, to check for it, and you can check you out as well. We were gonna put a link or something for your profile or your company, maybe, so people can also join and ask you questions if they would like to work.
Anytime.
Yeah, all right.
You know, also what I want to add is we should also challenge the thinking that leadership, because it's still about leadership, right? Leader role of the feminists in the workplace.
Femininity, yes.
So we should challenge the thinking that leadership is not only about certain qualities linked to being a man.
Yeah.
It's
but it does have a masculine traits, because naturally women are not made to be goal getters, like these hardcore goal getters. We like to be successful, but on a mellow level,
smooth way, maybe you know, and that's what
not like to kill everybody for success.
but because leadership is not only about being bossy, it's also being about supportive, understanding, nurturing.
I think maybe we are good more in this kind of leadership where we help and
that's what femininity adds.
Yeah, where we make people better.
Yeah, because leadership is not tough, and I was not that tough leader. Because I was still that little puppy on stage. My first stage was like a little puppy, and I was like, oh. And I'm more the empathic, more the understanding, because you have also the red type, because you know leaderships have different colors.
Okay.
I'm not the red type. The red type is like willpower, goal seeker. No, that die hard. I'm more like the soft colors, like maybe the yellow, creative, like self, empathic.
Yeah, I think probably me too, in the creative artist
but
thinking.
You have a little bit red sometimes because dude, and that's good. That's a good thing of you. But I'm always like, I'm always shy to be.
I can come off like emotionless or cold when it comes to business, but just certain ways. Even my best friend sometimes says, sometimes you get in the room and I think, what's your problem? And then she knows, give her space. And then she comes, she asks me, what's up? Are you okay? And I'm like, this is not going according to plan. This is not going, and like just wanting things to go the way you want it to go. And she knows, she gives me a hug and it's all good, fine again. But she knows like, okay, it's coming, that vibration in the room.
Sometimes you you need that.
Yeah,
You need to do
yeah.
that.
Sometimes it's normal, I think.
Yeah, exactly. For
Right.
sure.
So indeed, dealing with hate, we already went through the woman leadership. That we have emotional intelligence in women leadership. Do you have an example? Yeah, example of being more
like
sensitive or
the empathic way of behaving, and it's also a bit self-awareness if we talk about emotional intelligence. I mean, by self-awareness, like understand, and there it starts, understand your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, motivations. When you start to understand that, you become like more smooth way.
Understand yourself, and then you will understand that there's.
When you understand yourself, you will also understand others. Like, where does, like, for example, if I can refer back to the hate thing, when you like embrace your femininity, you will understand where the emotion comes from this person when they show you hate. It comes from maybe an empty place, maybe an unsolved trauma or something. Then you're like more.
It's like when someone is acting stupid towards you, for instance, like being overly aggressive, and then you just think, okay, I'm gonna let this person let it out and give the person the way, and you try to understand, okay, this is coming from because they are frustrated about themselves. Most of the time it's a reflection of their own problems. Most of the time, or something that they wish they would have and they see in you, and rather they hate on you instead of saying, wow, you're doing good.
It's a place of frustration, I think. And then I started, because before I wasn't like this. I will show some hate back or something, but that's the personal growth in this. Therefore, I'm literally so grateful for this business, because it opened up so many things for me. Because it's actually a sales job, but sales give you insight. I gained insights about myself, which I never did at my regular job. I don't want to minimize any jobs, because people can be very happy on a 9-to-5 job. I wasn't. But you don't give yourself the space for that. Things like mindsets, personal growth.
That's true.
And in sales, you can do that.
So I find being a woman in work life, in being leader, it's also something special, because we have these nurturing skills. I find actually what I wrote down is emotional intelligence, communication skills, nurturing, listening, teamwork, collaboration, adaptability and resilience, being flexible in changes, conflict resolution, understanding multiple perspectives, and finding common ground. Can you maybe give an example if you know women who aren't like that? And can you give an example or say that what are those things that are also playing in your work life, in your profession?
Yeah, you mean like the women who are not like in their power of...
they're not listening so well, maybe they're not so nurturing and so understanding in leadership. Do you have examples, or you think that all women are in a way like that?
I think any woman can be a leader. I think that you have to trust yourself beforehand. You tap into the leadership, or you start an online business. It's you have to be open for personal growth. If you're always blocking yourself with negative thoughts instead of positive self-talk, you start to believe in that, because if you start to believe in your thoughts, you become like your thoughts.
Exactly.
So it's very important. First of all, if I do like the first call with someone, I see this person is maybe not in a good mindset, but that's okay. I was also not in the good mindset at that time, so I don't judge at the very first beginning. But I also ask the question, are you open to learn about personal growth, about stand in your true power, about unlocking your full potential. And if it's that's a yes, yeah, let's do it together.
Yeah.
Let's learn from each other, because maybe I can also learn things from you. It's not only one way.
Yeah.
It's about unlocking your full potential, because I believe every woman has their superpowers. It's about giving you the space to discover it.
Yeah.
If you start to discover, then
Yeah.
then you will see, like, you know, the little things, the simple actions will transform to to a journey where you can work on your personal growth.
So you really think that these skills, feminine skills, really help you in your professional life? Like the listening, nurturing, being adaptable and flexible?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, I just lead in a
Or
way
you
that
can't really recognize all of these things. You can be honest.
yeah, no, I recognize myself. Like,
Yeah?
I'm the nurturing one. I'm always
Okay.
I can tell that about myself, because I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
give myself some grace about that.
Okay.
I'm the one who can, like, absorb things also. I can feel you. I can, if I talk to you, I listen to you. Even if it requires 2 hours, I listen. But then I have to remind myself that I have to set boundaries for myself,
yeah.
to
And
protect
protect your
myself,
energy.
protect my
Yeah.
energy, because it's still a journey for me. I still try to do that, but I'm always the one, like, okay, tell me. I
Yeah.
want to listen, and I want to give you solutions, or I provide some advice or support, you know. But
And how did you get to that, actually? How did you get to that? To the point where you can listen and speak less and listen and absorb and try to
I was always
understand
it's
the
my
person?
nature.
Yeah?
It's my nature. So,
Okay.
but now I have to learn more to set
the
a
boundaries.
limits, maybe, yeah. Because sometimes it's too much, because I'm working with a lot of women, and if I will, like,
I understand.
on a Zoom call, sometimes we are like, it's a Zoom call of 30 minutes and it turned into 2 hours, and I'm like,
Whoa.
some people have some problems in their private life, and because you build on connections, you make a connection, become friends in a certain way. So yeah, yeah.
So you're like a therapist a little bit.
Yeah, but
Can I call you?
yeah, you can call me.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But I don't want to waste
Yeah.
their energy.
But
can
I'm also the
imagine.
one, like, look, I cannot help you now. I think, and I'm be honest, like,
Yeah.
maybe you need professional help, and that's okay, because
Okay, it happens like that. That sometimes people really
some of them, yes, that I
have
say, like,
deeper
maybe,
issues. Yeah.
because being there, done that, I had also therapy like 3 years ago, even like last year.
Okay.
It's very important to have a talk
Some
with a
consultant,
professional,
yeah.
because when we are sick, our body hurts, we go to a doctor. Why not if
Yeah,
our
when you're mentally
yeah,
ill.
mental, yeah, you know, sometimes
Yeah.
it's too much, and then you go just to a
Yeah.
professional, and that's
Shouldn't be ashamed of
totally
it.
okay.
Yeah, don't be ashamed to ask for help, or even just reach out to a friend, or
and that
maybe
really
seek
helps
help
me.
for of professional help. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and to be more spiritual,
Yeah,
more with
yeah.
religion, spiritual.
Well,
love
I'll
that.
be honest. For me, spiritualism helped way more. Doing all the things like Reiki, Kundalini, and just really meditating every day and stuff, working on myself, balancing my chakras and so. But therapist, maybe I had a bad one, or maybe that's a process.
Yeah.
But for 2 months straight, I was even more depressed. I was crying every day because she was going so deep into my memories, and I had to talk about my father, which wasn't there when I was little. And what do you know? And I don't know nothing. And it was just really confronting. And I would prefer not to talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
And she was digging it even harder. And that was really giving me such a hard time that I felt I couldn't keep up with the sessions. I just, after 2 months, I was like, yeah, no, you're fired. No, I was done with it. Maybe I would ever consider it, I don't know. But what I do is sometimes a therapy.
Okay.
So it's with actually a friend. She's also a dancer, and she's really good at a body scan. So then she sees your body language, And for instance, I'm asking you a question and I'm not even listening what you will answer, but I see by your body language how you sit, what you touch, and how you
Oh,
look.
that's interesting.
That she
I wanna
already
too.
knows. Yeah, and then she's gonna tell me like, oh no, there is another problem. You didn't forgive someone, and I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, you didn't forgive that person for that, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right.
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
it has nothing to do with it, and she just kind of gets to the
That's
point
actually a
from
good
seeing how you
point.
react to
Yeah.
certain questions.
That's such a good point, to forgive people or to forgive things from your past.
Yeah,
That you're
also
not still carrying on the past, because sometimes we are still in the
it's
past.
holding you back.
And we just have to control what we can control and let go what we can't control for a peace of mind. And I did that a lot of time. Oh my God. Oh, I was living in the past sometimes, and I learned to forgive those people, forgive my past regrets, things, and I move like in a better way.
Yeah.
It's all about forgiving. Have some compassion with yourself. Have some like grace with yourself, and yeah, that's a good thing that saying forgiving. That's also part of your personal growth. To let go things.
Exactly. Listen to it.
Yeah.
All right. What about role modeling? Do you feel like a role model, or does somebody tell you that?
No, no one told me that.
Maybe your nieces are looking up to you?
Yeah, maybe, yes.
There is
They're proud
there
of
is
me.
always someone that's watching you. I'm telling you. Even on Instagram, so many times you think like, oh, you don't get enough likes or you don't get enough comments. And that's demotivating because you think you're not doing a good job, because kind of you're looking for validation. But actually, when you meet those people after in your life, in your regular life, you hear a lot of comments like, oh, you're doing great. I'm there behind the screen. I see you working hard and I see you're doing great and you inspire me.
Yeah.
But the liking and the commenting, some people just don't want to go through that struggle, I guess.
Yeah.
To push a thumb. I don't know, that some people just don't do that. And
like us more, okay?
Like us.
Show some appreciation, please.
Hey, come on now. You subscribe right now, and follow us.
Like and comment.
Give a rating. 5 stars.
Oh my God.
No,
no,
only if you want it. No, you got it.
No obligations.
But I mean, you always have someone that's watching you, and it might be even in your family, maybe, or your niece or someone, sister.
Yeah, I have the feeling that they are very proud of me. But yeah,
you're like the cool aunt.
Yeah, I'm the cool aunt who always like traveling or something.
Yeah. I bet you're.
Yeah, my family's like, where are you? Like, they are just seeing from social media where I am. Is like, oh my God. But for me, it's like the first time when I was on stage and I see people crying. It's like, and people were coming to me like, oh my God, you did so amazing. You're a role model. Oh my God, you're so inspiring. I was like,
that's good.
Can I inspire people? Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that I can, like, on stage, it was maybe 10-minute talk about myself. It was also in English, so something out of my comfort zone. And people were crying, came to me like, wow, thank you for the boost.
Yeah, it's most of the time because people can relate to something. And when they can find themselves in you, or just want to be like you, and then they feel like it could be the reality. I think it's very it can get emotional.
Because I had never a role model. Like, I love my parents, I love my family, but there is the one uncle who was a leadership or showed like, or the aunt,
Yeah. With us, it was also nobody had this really business mindset and go.
Yeah. So I did it. I leveraged my strengths at a certain point, like 3 years ago. I did it all by myself. Believe in myself, in my strengths, also in my weaknesses. What are the points that I can work on? And I did it just all by myself. And then I surrounded myself with people who also believe in me.
Yeah.
And you start to create a community, and then you start to talk more. You come together, and that's what I'm like. That's what I love on network marketing, actually.
All right. Maybe a hard question, but what if you don't believe in yourself, but you want to be like you know, like a goal-getter, entrepreneur, but you don't believe in yourself. You don't have the guts to start, and maybe you're doubting too much what you want to do, or maybe if people will buy your products, what would be your advice?
If I'm someone who don't believe in myself, but I'm still in the business,
Or you want to start a
you
business.
want to start. First of all, try the products. You have to be confident about the products, and then you start to. I give you some tools, and it's up to you if you want to learn the skills.
Yeah, so you mean like
So-
they could network. Let's say they could contact someone like you.
Of
and
course,
then
because we work
ask.
with modules. We work with a program. We work like
Okay.
we give the app, and in the app we work on some modules to follow the steps. And first module is very interesting. It's starting with your vision board.
Okay.
It starts to connect with your why.
Yeah.
Because when you're demotivating, because motivation is one thing. Motivation we have one day, and the next day we don't
exactly.
have.
Yeah, I also said that in the post.
Yeah.
You need to be inspired. You don't need motivation.
And it's all about discipline and consistency. If you're like truly believe you can be disciplined and consistent in a certain way, you will succeed, I think.
Yeah.
I never see someone who did like consistent work every day and didn't succeed.
Yeah.
You will start very small. You will have a little group of cheerleaders for your victories. But at the end, you will watch back and you will say, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, for you, you start this woman workshop, you have 20, 30 people, but who knows, you will have a big place with 200 people, 300, because you did the consistent
That's
work.
the point. Yeah. I have some visions about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I start with 5 people. And these 5 people are no more, like maybe 200 people who do the business. I give the tools. It's up to you. Do you want to learn? Do you want to tap into your ambition, skills, passions?
Yeah.
Let's do it, because, you know, women today are increasingly recognizing their potential and value. It's not like before, right?
That's good, huh?
Whether it's on digital platforms, whether it's community building, whether it's health and well-being, women are tapping in. We are like
good. Let's go, women.
We are a more inclusive future.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nice. I like your answer.
Yeah.
It's very touching. It touched me also, actually, because I do have the visions of women's workshop being also a retreat in Bali. Also, like gala awards. This is actually the first time that comes out of my mouth. I never really said it to anyone, but now that
I took it out of you.
you know, because I just have the person to talk to, and I know you will understand. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe someday you will be able to come to my big retreat or gala awards where we will.
No, not who knows. We are already going to Bali.
Yeah,
we have a gala award.
You're right. Who knows? Not who knows. You know now.
You know.
It's coming. Be ready.
You should do. Like, I literally see you doing that.
Yeah.
Like, and you will do it. And I will be the first one who will participate for sure.
Nice. Thank you.
Supporting.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Now that you say that, especially, do you feel any jealousy in between women in your work, in your company?
Not really.
Competition?
No, we are not like actually no, because we are like celebrating also for each other. Even it's even we are not financial linked. We are supporting each other. We are literally so happy for each other, and that's
cool.
That's really that's really cool.
Nice,
I never felt like, for example, someone started up another business partner. She's doing really good. She's not financial linked to me, but we are talking. We're supporting each other. We do events together. Okay. So it doesn't matter, like, you know, that the networks are mixed up or something. Great. I think if you give a lot, you receive a lot back.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Yeah,
that's a good tip.
So,
right. Okay, what else do I have? The impact of mentorship and networking for women's personal growth. So knowledge, skill, success, to opportunities, role modeling, personal growth.
Yeah.
I think we just covered all that, right?
Yeah,
So do you have something to say for...
I think if you have a wise guide, like a mentor, and if you can connect, I think things will transform in your favor. It's a good thing to have. Maybe it's advice from me to you. Even if you have a regular job, and just get yourself a mentor. It can be a good friend or your partner. I don't know if you don't have the money. But if you have, get yourself one and see how it transforms. Yeah, for your personal growth, especially. Yeah.
Right, and challenges and opportunities. Yeah, because I think indeed we covered that already. But women naturally, do you think they would be naturally more happy if they were home and just raising kids, cleaning, and doing the groceries?
Depends on the woman, I think. I don't know if you have a providing man and you can, like,
lay back, get your fillers and buttocks and eat peaches.
I was in Dubai. I saw many women living like that, and sometimes it's not a good thing that I'm saying. It's like, oh, that's maybe also cool. But I'm like, no, I'm proud of what I'm doing. I love what I do. But sometimes you see, it's like, wow, cool.
Yeah, I think it's great to say, for me, for example, it was really because of my upgrowing that I was so strictly raised. Like, I didn't have a choice, but I had to work from my 14. And I just became so strong and trying to defend myself from problems in the world and so on. But I think that back in the day, indeed, our generation was different, and we could have laid back and just raise the kids and do nothing. But these days, sometimes, especially with inflation, sometimes you need multiple jobs in one couple. So like my boyfriend also works multiple jobs, I work multiple jobs, and you kind of have to adapt to it. But what I do feel is I'm quite grateful for the fact that I'm living in this generation, because with all this upgrowing, being so strong and independent, being so strong and okay, just leave it here. Yeah, or not? It's okay. Okay. Being so strong and independent, I had to do it, and I had to work so much, and I finally actually got something good out of it. I worked hard enough and I didn't give up. Like, let's say the first women's workshops, the first 3, I had 0 profit, 0.
Yeah.
I just kept doing it. Because every time the SMS, the text that I used to get from the girls, how I changed their lives and how they started. For instance, a girl also, she was always dreaming to be a DJ again. And then she left her work behind because of the kid and everything. And she quit it.
Yeah.
And after my workshop, she said, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I have to do what I love. Now she's a famous DJ.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and she's gonna play in Tomorrowland. You have to go check her out.
You give literally that confidence boost.
Yeah, and those stories, they just give me this inspirable kick in the ass. Like, okay, you can work hard and actually get fulfillment and happiness from that as a woman. You don't need per se to just raise the kids and sit at home, which you can also do, by the way. No judgment.
No judgment,
Voila, everybody chooses their own path. But after working so hard, doing for 0 money what I do, I finally can say it's paying off.
Oh, high five.
So, yay!
Yes, you're doing amazing, because you don't have that. You don't have women like you a lot here in Belgium.
Same with you.
Yeah, but your classes, the woman empowerment, it's not that much. Maybe you have that in the Netherlands. Maybe
Belgium is also small.
Yeah, it's small, but you see people living in their comfort zone still here.
Yeah.
Compared with other countries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do know some people, in fact, especially choreographers. I can mention like Elena and Tamara. They're friends of mine, and Claudia as well. they're doing also inspirable stuff. Maybe what I do different is I am me, and I do it in my way, and I do also the podcasting and then the social media on top, which actually requires a lot of work, and it requires a lot of energy, and that's
you're
where
authentic you. So people are coming to your class not maybe only for sensual dancing, but
something
also
else could
for
be
your style, you know, for your authentic, for being you actually.
Yeah.
Because everything is energy. If I felt maybe not a good energy from you, I will be not so motivated to come to your class and to show up, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So I feel a very good energy, good vibe. So next time I want to be on your class because of you and your
tonight,
work.
actually, in what time? In half hour we'll dance.
Exciting. After such a long time.
But you might watch this episode somewhere another day. All right. That's nice. So the last, I think already, we're going fast through it. The effects of self-doubt and imposter syndrome in women's careers and personal growth. Social expectations, indeed, you know that, and caring what people think.
Yeah.
Perfectionism.
Yeah.
Pressure of being between successful men. Lack of recognition, being overlooked because you're a woman, and fear of failure. Can you comment on any of it? Oh my God. Let's start.
No, these are all roadblocks for your own career path if you have that.
Yeah.
The fear of failure.
Aren't you perfectionist too, or not?
I was before, but it didn't help me. I was always striving to be perfect, but then I acknowledged the thing that perfection is not the goal, but balance and well-being are.
Yeah.
Again, that's a little bit grace for yourself, you know. But before I was in my head, and sometimes it's still there. I want to have everything perfect in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm busy with that, and I'm like,
it's maybe more like a puzzle that you have in your head, and you're like, okay. For me, maybe for someone, it's like get married, have kids. For us, maybe, okay, if I achieve this goal and then this goal, and I can, because of that goal, achieve the other goal, and that will make it all perfect. That's maybe the perfect puzzle. But perfectionism, actually, there was a very interesting study made that there were two groups of photographers, and group A, they had to take only few pictures, but perfect. And then group B, they had to take a lot of pictures, but it doesn't matter. It didn't have to be perfect.
Okay.
Turns out that the B group, the group who didn't have to take a perfect picture, had way better quality pictures because of the quantity, because they kept trying no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The consistency in the work, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So perfectionism it's also, I think, maybe like Alex Hormozy also says that perfectionism, you don't have to give an excuse that you're a perfectionist and that's why you don't do something. If you're a perfectionist, you will try to peel your skin off, but you will still try it. You will still do it.
It's actually also an ongoing process. You can still make adjustments along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes we forget that. We are like, no, it must be there and it must be perfect. But no, it's like ongoing, you know.
Or waiting for the right moment until they feel the best that they can start. It's never the best time to start. You're never going to be perfect enough or expert enough to start.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't exist.
And sometimes we have that little voice that makes us feel like a fraud.
Yeah, like fraud, we don't, because you think you're not doing...
Even we have earned our place, it's crazy, it's such a mind game. It makes you like saying that you don't belong here. That's also the self-doubt and the imposter syndrome. We all have that little voice, by the way, and that's normal because... Embrace it also. We have that I still have that little voice sometimes telling me the negative things, and then I have here the positive self-talk, and they were always talking to each other, you know?
Yeah.
But I just want to say these types of feelings are very normal, and it's very important to overcome it with...
Ignore them.
Yeah, I try to ignore them, yeah. It's, again, very important to surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
That's
voila. Very good indeed. All right, and Do you have a lot of men in your company, or it's mostly it's a mix?
There
right?
are men in the company,
Yeah.
but in
So you don't feel the pressure like of
oh no,
that
we're
you're a
like,
woman or something?
no. At the beginning, I was a bit shy. I don't
Yeah.
know, towards the masculine energy, sometimes I have that shyness,
Yeah.
like, because you feel
But do you make yourself smaller and less because it's a man and because it's?
I make
it gives you-
myself small, but not less. I
Yeah.
can like it's sometimes, but I'm a very sensitive person. It's for me. Oh my God, if I feel like someone's energy is not right, I can make myself very small.
Yeah.
It's a learning process for me too.
And also defensive
Domi-
mechanism,
yeah.
probably.
Two dominant people, I cannot match with them. It's too much
Okay.
for me.
You need
I'm
someone
too fragile.
Pure, she's fragile.
Je suis fragile.
Yeah. You need to vibe with the pure energy.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Okay, so I think that we had everything. Do you want to say for the next 30 seconds something very important or and good advice for people who want to start or balance their life? And
just stand in your true power, unlock your full potential. Don't underestimate yourself, don't underestimate your skills, your full potential, and just be present for you. And I'm really happy that I did this with you. It's my first podcast. Thank you for making a spot for me. It's there's so much value, in it for me. It was also a confidence boost.
Yeah,
I came out of my comfort
like getting
zone.
out of comfort zone, like she said, will give you a confidence
Yeah.
boost.
You get me literally out of my comfort zone. So I was stressing a bit, but
you did great.
I did great, I think.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
thank you
too.
and see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.